Let's see if she's gonna come to work today. Greetings, y'all. Welcome. How we doing? How we doing on this day that the Lord has made? That it would be June the 25th in the year of our Lord 2026. How we doing, y'all? Greetings. Welcome. 773 Oracle and Tarot. Y'all, let me tell you something. This decaf coffee, I'm suddenly beginning to get, oh, she coming to work. Oh, she coming to work. She coming to work. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So, I ain't got no problem to admit that this forecast, this astrological forecast that I got from my Llewellyn's Daily Planetary Guide 2026, I had to sit with this one. I had to sit with this one last night, and I'm glad, you know what? And I'm glad that I give myself that opportunity because, baby, this transit that we're gonna deal with today, this transit is deep. This transit is deep. Yesterday's transit, we were asked to stop focusing on the shit that didn't work out for us. The money we lost, the relationship that didn't work out, the job that we went to thinking that it was going to be better than the other job, all of that matters. That's what that energy was asking us to do. Y'all see my shuffle, you saw my shuffle, you saw my pull. All right. Here's the question. When you stop looking at what you lost, the option that comes up next, it's very easy for us to believe that that is the answer that we've been waiting for. Let me tell you what today's energy is working with. And it's working with the energy that we've used, and I know I've done it myself, that we try to convince ourselves that something is right simply because we want it to be right. The relationship, the opportunity, the job, the friendship, the business idea, the dream. Sometimes we want things so badly that we stop asking ourselves, is this really right for us? And that's the energy that we are working with today. Today we've got Venus in Leo trining with Saturn in Aries, while the Cancer Sun is squaring up with Neptune in Aries. Aries is the second power. Aries is that fire sign. Aries is that let's go and get it sign. Okay, but here it is. Venus rules relationships. It rules the money. It rules our values. It rules our desires, what we want. Saturn is the planet in the universe that says, hold on, wait a minute, because Saturn wants the fine print. Saturn wants the commitment, the responsibility, the long term. Neptune can blur them lines. It can make something look better than it really is, or convince us that what we want is automatically what's best for us. Because, okay, piggybacking off of yesterday's energy, because when we focus on loss, it's easy for us to believe that the next thing that shows up is the answer. And it's easy to grab onto something because we're tired of feeling disappointed. Today's energy is asking us that tougher question. Like I said, are you choosing this because it's aligned? Or are we choosing this because we're afraid of what's going to happen if we don't? Those are two distinctly different. Those are two different things. That energy can make a person. It blurs the line. It can make us think that person, the opportunity, the commitment, or the decision looks very appealing. The challenge is making sure that we can see shit clearly for what it is. This was something that I had to sit with. Y'all, I had to sit with this for a long time last night to break it down as to like what this was going on. And I'm very happy with what I got. Where I need my, there we go, 7 of Cups. Right there. Are you seeing this clearly? Or are you seeing what you want to see? Are you seeing this shit clearly? Or is it what you want to see? Right here. We're going to need her. The Priestess. What is your intuition trying to tell you beneath all of the excitement? We always know. We always know, but we get caught up in the excitement. Okay? Last but not least, right here, we got to use him. Justice. Libra card. Are you making this decision? Are you making this decision based on truth or on what you want it to be? On wishful thinking? Magical thinking? Which one is it? Something may look really good today. A relationship, a financial decision, a commitment, a new direction. And maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. But today's energy is telling you to slow it down. Take a breath. Take a breath. Ask them questions. Because wanting something and being aligned with something are not always the same thing. Wait a minute. Let me say that again because I'm thinking too fast. My ADHD is coming in. Let me say that again. Wanting something and being aligned with something are not always the same thing. All right? I want you all to be aware of that. We don't usually make our worst decisions if we're thinking clearly. We make them when we're in panic mode, when we're in survival mode, when we are afraid. When we're afraid of like being alone, or we're afraid of FOMO, fear of missing out, afraid another opportunity won't come, afraid of staying where we are, afraid of that stagnation. And wait a minute, and let me say that fear is legit. That fear is legit. But that's when desires start pretending that they're intuition. And when we stop questioning and we start chasing, because that fear got us motivated, and that's where the mistakes can happen. That's where the mistakes happen. Baby, I know I did it. I sure did. And we grown up here. Let me say this, y'all. And I'm just gonna put my cards on the table. I've had a lot of good sex for a lot of bad reasons. I sure did. Growing up, being mature, isn't getting everything that you want. Growing up and being mature is being able to pause long enough to ask yourself, is this actually right for me? Not every opportunity is an assignment. Not every open door is your door. And not every desire deserves your energy or commitment. Y'all, let me say this. Universal mind, divine presence, God, whatever you want to call it, is not holding back anything from us. What is meant for us will never make us act out of desperation. What is meant for us will never make us make a decision based on panic. It doesn't require fear, what is meant for us. Today's energy reminds us that wisdom moves slower than we would like it to move. All right, but see, universal mind is not in a hurry. Your ego is. Woo! Oh, wait a minute. That was bars right there. That was bars right there. And let me say that one more time. The universe isn't in a hurry. Today's energy reminds us that that universal wisdom is going to move slower than what we would like. And that's okay. And that's okay. That's what you're going to do. What you're not going to do is make bad decisions. That's what you're not going to do. You're going to sit down and wait it out. And we're going to affirm. We're going to affirm. I do not make decisions based on fear. I do not make decisions based on fear. Yeah. Today, y'all, today I want you to pay attention to what excites you today, and then ask yourself, do I want this because it's right for me? You can be excited, but you got to ask yourself, is this what's for me? Is this going to be for my ultimate good? Or do I want this because I'm afraid of what happens if I let it pass? Give yourself that permission, collective. Give yourself that permission to sit down with that question. You don't need every answer today. Some things come clearer. Some things get clearer with time. That's it. That's all. So listen, for our divine downloads, we're going to be using the Mystical Healing reading cards by Ina Segal. Right there. All right. Y'all saw my shuffle. Y'all saw my pull. We got, we got card 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. When we talk about the numerological aspects of the number 8, we're talking about rewards. We're talking about progress. We're talking about change, forward movement, energy, speed, success, and strength. Baby, this card right here says it's a yes. It's a yes for me. Okay? And with this, listen, this is where discernment comes in. This card right here is asking us, collective, what opportunity are we being asked to say yes to? What opportunity are we being asked to say yes to? All right. I know that we are excited. We're hopeful. We're getting ready to move forward. Sometimes the answer that we've been waiting for is already here. You just have to trust it. You have to trust it. Let me say, where's my pen? You know what? Give me a second, y'all. There we go. This is giving very much Ace of Pentacles. This is giving me very much Ace of Pentacles, and traditionally this card means new opportunities. It means prosperity. It means growth. A promising beginning. Okay, a promising beginning. Okay, when we've been disappointed time and time again, we can hesitate even when something good is finally showing up. So, believe it or not, these cards are actually working together, because both the astrological forecast and this right here is asking you to use your discernment. Stop looking for reasons why shit won't work. The energy is saying the door is open, walk through it. Use your discernment. Trust your instinct. If there's no doubt, then it's going to be a yes. If there's no doubt, then that means it's going to be yes. And we can affirm. We can affirm, collective. We're going to affirm. I confidently say yes to the opportunities meant for me. I chose that perfectly. I confidently say yes to the opportunities that are meant for me. Meant for me is the key. Yeah. So there you go, baby. Y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got no more. Remember your assignment. Your assignment is your alignment. And just remember to ask the universe to show you how good it can be. And trust it. Use your discernment. Happy evening before Friday, y'all. All right. Have a great day.